Right now, in the Red Sea, a rebel group from one of the world's poorest nations is defying the planet's most advanced militaries. And in doing so, they're creating a global crisis.
So that's the big question, isn't it? The central paradox we're going to try and unravel. How can a group like this, from the mountains of Yemen, go up against global superpowers and throw the world's economy into a tailspin? They're a force that seems to completely defy the normal rules of war.
I mean, we're not talking about small-time weapons here. They have incredibly sophisticated, long-range missiles and drones that can reach deep into enemy territory, getting past some of the most advanced air defense systems on the planet.
And they are absolutely not shying away from a fight. They are engaging in direct, head-to-head confrontations with the most powerful navy in history, forcing a superpower to spend billions of dollars just to counter their attacks.
You see, their real strength comes from the land itself, a landscape that has humbled empires for centuries. It's a terrain that makes them a ghost-like elusive enemy. And to really get how they've managed to do all this, we need to go back, way back, to the beginning.
Okay, so to understand their power today, we have to look at their origins. This group wasn't born as a military force. Believe it or not, it started as a religious revival movement deep in the mountains of northern Yemen way back in the 1990s.
The Houthis' journey from being this local religious group to a hardened military force was really forged over 2 decades of constant, brutal conflict. Every single war made them tougher, smarter, and more resilient. It literally transformed them from scholars into soldiers.
But this isn't just some ancient history lesson. Their whole ideology is rooted in a 1,000-year legacy of rule and identity in Yemen. This history gives them this incredibly powerful sense of legitimacy and purpose, and that's a key factor that a lot of outsiders completely miss.
So, the Houthis have survived wars against their own government, a Saudi-led coalition, and now the West. How? By mastering this brilliant and brutal form of warfare where they turn their own weaknesses into their greatest strengths. This is the heart of what we call asymmetric warfare, a smaller force using unconventional tactics to hit a bigger enemy where they're most vulnerable.
Just look at this arsenal. You won't find traditional tanks and jets. Nope. Instead, it's all about mobility and stealth. We're talking missiles mounted on pickup trucks, tiny remote-controlled bomb boats that are almost impossible to spot, and even portable radars they can set up on what looks like a normal fishing boat. This is basically a guerrilla army, armed with superpower-level weapons.
And this right here, this brilliantly illustrates their whole strategy. It's economic warfare. I mean, a Pentagon official actually admitted that using a $3 million missile to shoot down a $50,000 drone is just not a good economic trade-off. The Houthis can keep this fight up for way longer than their adversaries can afford to.
For years, Western and Israeli intelligence dangerously underestimated the Houthis. I mean, get this, they just weren't seen as a serious threat. Israeli intelligence had a single officer assigned to the entire country of Yemen, just one. That created this huge information vacuum, and now they're scrambling to understand an enemy they ignored for over a decade.
This quote really says it all. Their ability to just melt away, to hide their weapons in a huge, rugged landscape of caves and mountains, it makes targeting them a nearly impossible job. For every missile launcher you find, you know there are dozens more hidden away, ready to move and fire again.
Okay, so this brings us the elephant in the room, the shadow of Iran. What is the true relationship here? Are the Houthis just a proxy? Are they a partner? Or is it something else? The answer really changes how you see this entire conflict.
Well, the reality is, it's complicated. They are not a simple puppet. Their Zaidi beliefs and their own local goals give them a fierce independence. But it's also undeniable that their rise from a local militia to a regional power would have been impossible without Iran's crucial technological and strategic support.
So let's jump back to 2014, because this is the moment the Houthis executed this masterful political and military move. They exploited a power vacuum, not just to win a battle, but to seize control of an entire country.
And this wasn't some spontaneous uprising. No, it was a deliberate step-by-step takeover. They brilliantly merged popular anger over fuel prices with their own military advance. And here's the crucial part. They were helped by a secret alliance with their old arch-enemy, the ex-president Ali Abdullah Saleh, whose loyalists in the army just stepped aside and let them in.
The speed of the collapse was just stunning. It shocked the world. And that moment revealed that the Houthis weren't just fighters. They were incredibly shrewd political strategists who understood the deep cracks in Yemeni society and just exploited them perfectly. So that brings us back to the present. What does the Houthis' power mean for the future of the Middle East, and really, for the whole world? Well, the answer lies in a narrow strip of water.
Take a look at this number, 90%. That's the drop in operations at Israel's main Red Sea port because of Houthi attacks. It's a stark, powerful illustration of the leverage they have. By threatening the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, one of the most vital shipping lanes on the planet, this group can inflict severe economic pain and basically hold global trade hostage.
And this is why they are so hard to defeat. What can you bomb? They don't have a gleaming capital or major industrial centers or an air force to destroy on the ground. Bombing infrastructure in a country that's already been devastated by years of war, well, it's proven to be completely ineffective. So their story leaves us with this powerful question. In the 21st century, is military might still just about who has the most expensive jets or the largest aircraft carriers? Or is it also about who has the power to disrupt? And in that game, the Houthis have shown themselves to be absolute masters.